I am speaking on that subject only, what you are telling now. We have up till now heard about how to prevent, what to do after the infection is there. And in good institutes like Arvind, you can have a samples and do the things. But in general, where the everybody is practicing and getting one or two or anything, that is the main problem of the cluster infection and the legality coming out of all these infections. And I am dealing with that, which just now you said, who is the responsible. So, the legal aspects of cluster infection outbreak in ophthalmologic surgery may happen in a solo practice or in a trust or corporate hospitals, because it can happen in the solo practice also. If there are 3, 4, 5 operations, somebody is doing that, and there can be a cluster infection. And the legal liabilities are different in solo practice and trust or corporate hospital, because what she was telling, that surgeon is definitely responsible. But yes, in solo practice, he is definitely responsible. But in trust or corporate, the responsibility is divided or taken over by the trust and hospital, because there is a Supreme Court and National Forum decisions on that. So, under Consumer Protection Act, civil liability for negligence in solo practice, it is his responsibility as he is the owner of the hospital. So, whenever a small hospital is there, he is the owner and he is looking after, so wholly he is responsible. In corporate, trust or government hospital, it is the hospital responsibility, as the Supreme Court in their verdict, their own words are these: the patients, once they are admitted to such hospitals, it is the responsibility to satisfy that all possible care was taken and no negligence was involved in attending the patient. These are the words of the Supreme Court. In fact, it is the hospital who engages the treating doctor. Therefore, it is their responsibility. I mean, that is the hospital's responsibility. Another, therefore, no individual doctor is liable and can be held jointly or severely liable. Severely means along with. This is a legal terminology. So, cannot be made liable along with the hospital also. Even visiting doctors or consulting doctors in private hospitals cannot be held liable, as the consumer patient, that is, patient is a consumer because he is paying the money, and the hospital or the doctor, whosoever is receiving, is the service provider, does not avail services of such a doctor individually by paying fees or consideration to these doctors directly. So, in all hospitals, it may be a trust hospital, it may be a corporate hospital, or it may be run by somebody and somebody is coming there and doing the work. The hospital receives the money from the patient. So, patient is paying to the hospital. So, the consumer is the patient, hospital is the service provider. So, doctor is in triangle and doctor is giving his services to the hospital. So, hospital is consumer of the doctor. So, this is a triangle, and this, because of that triangle, the Supreme Court has given this decision. Whenever cluster infection episode happens, we have seen so many discussions, cluster infection happens, so it is being treated and everything. The doctor is blamed. Is it correct what you are saying? Doctor always, whenever you can see the incidents of Indore hospital, because I have just now visited and done all the things of the Indore hospital itself. And because the cluster infection cannot take place because of surgery, as the subsequent surgery cannot meet the same complication even if one had in the first surgery. So, always there cannot be same complication, or there cannot be same thing which will cause the infection. So, surgeon cannot be blamed. One complication surgeon may do, drop nucleus may happen, posterior capsule may rupture, but in second, sir, no. If the second is also infected, where the surgeon's role is there. But the cluster infection is because of infection source beyond the control of the surgeon. In solo, it is in his control, but in hospitals, trust, corporate or big hospitals, it is beyond his control. And for that, surgeon cannot be blamed and immediate action should not be taken against the surgeon. This is the role of the medico-legal here, and we are fighting for that from the along with the AIOS. Means AIOS is fighting, and I am in between of the fighter. What are the sources of cluster infection? That is hospital source. I have not to tell much because so many speakers has said. But what I want to say is that material source, which is that Arvinda Hospital, whenever there is a batch is changed, they take the sample, they treat in pathology, see in the pathology whether there is infection. Is it possible for everybody? For even a trust hospital there in other cities where all these facilities are not available, is it possible? No. And so they have to believe what is said as a sterile, they have to use that sterile. And if something happens, doctor is blamed, hospital is blamed. So disposables, pre-sterile materials supplied by the supplier company as Visco, irrigation fluids, etc. Surgeon is not responsible for the sterility of such material. Then why surgeon is blamed when he is doing the work with social work attitude and without his any fault? So this why he is not at all fault, but the media, the people all blame the surgeon and say the doctor has done the butchery. Why? Why they should be say that the doctor has done the butchery? Afterwards it is revealed that viscous was infected, and so it has caused. After it is said that gloves were infected, and sometimes the irrigation fluids, and so many things are. Even I have a lens which is having a fungus on that, and it was labeled as sterile, and as doctor was introducing it, he stopped and he seen with the fungus there. So this can happen with anybody, in any institute, in solo practice also, then where he is responsible. So what role AIOS state and local ophthalmology society should take in such circumstances? The surgeon as an individual is not sufficient to face the circumstances. So AIOS, state or local ophthalmic society should stand behind him as he is if he is not at fault. And in cluster infection, he is not at fault if the source is not of the hospital in solo practice. A task force committee of AIOS, state or local ophthalmic societies should rush to the place which will have legal members to see the legal matters and to take legal steps to protect him from unnecessary harassment which happens without finding the real facts. So one individual is not sufficient when there is a cluster infection. And the doctor, once it happens, is blamed by everybody and he cannot face all this. In such circumstances, our societies should stand behind and find out, treat the patient definitely, and take the patients from the infection outside. That is also a part of it, but see that he is not morally depressed. As happens many times that the surgeon is proved to be not responsible for it, and sterile material supplied by companies were at fault. And most of the places where cluster infection happens, it is found there only. In few hospital source may be there. Cluster infection, for example, just now as I am speaking from the body of a AIOS as a legal chairman of the legal committee. The cluster infection episode of Indore Eye Hospital, we can say here that doctor and hospital were blamed. Media also contributed. Registration of the hospital was cancelled and hospital was sealed. All these things were done after the cluster infection. You have seen in media how they were speaking about the doctors and hospitals. But afterwards, AIOS stood behind the hospital as AIOS task force. I represented the AIOS and visited Indore, represented in the High Court and proved that doctor and hospital was not at fault. And so the hospital registration was reinstated and seal was removed and hospital was restarted. No blame was given to the doctor. But when it happened long after the defamation of the doctors and defamation of the hospital has happened. So this should not happen, and for that we are fighting from the AIOS that we are going to put a public interest litigation in the Supreme Court that such things should not happen. If the doctor is fault really after the inquiry, definitely punish him. But if he is not at fault, hospital is not at fault, they should not be defamed, they should not be punished, and for that we are fighting that. And the suggestions are, should put a public interest litigation in the Supreme Court to plead that. And for that, yesterday I was with the advocate of the Supreme Court and discussing how it can be put. And then I come and understood that there are lacking so many things. We are not having the documentation at present with me, at least, which will support our public interest litigation. So I request all AIOS members and all bodies to support this and send the documentations wherever the such infections has happened, or wherever it is found that the sterile material supplied by the company was found to be as a infected material. So Arvind Hospital may help me a lot, because they are testing each batch. So whenever they find that there is infection, send that documentation to me of this batch was infected and the previous batch was not infected. And we want to prove that only. We are fighting that every batch of the drug, such usable material, should be checked by the government organization and should be certified that this is a sterile. And when it is sterile and marketed, the doctor should be very safe and confident that I am not going to get the infection from that. Whenever it is found that the sterile material supplied by the companies is found infected, the manufacturing company should be prosecuted for the damages to the patient. But it doesn't happen, because they are having so many strains, people, money, people, approaches and all that, and nothing happens with the manufacturing companies. The honorable court should give directive principles that the surgeon should not be prosecuted unless and until found guilty. Should give directives to the Food and Drug Department that they should lay down a system to prevent such infected material to come in the market to save eyes of the patients. So what is happening? Everything we are seeing, we are blamed, not blamed, whatever happens. But the sufferer is who? The poor person, patient. He may be poor, he may be rich, even he may be the president of the India also. He can meet the infection because through of the company. So what they should, what is there is a provision that they will not get? What is the criteria that a doctor is safe to use the material? And for that we are fighting. Government should lay down a system by which all batches of the such sterile material should be certified separately as sterile, and doctor, hospital should purchase only such material. So hospitals and doctor will be safe from one point at least. Hospital infection is different. That is their management responsibility.
Thank you, Dr. Anand, sir. He's a very resourceful person. I think you should note down his number and email address so that we can approach him in our hour of need. Well,
Supreme, yes, thank you. One thing, the Supreme Court has given the decision that for everything doctor should not be blamed, and there is that. The Supreme Court, in case of Gupta, he has said that every for thing, doctor and hospital both are have mishap or death during medical treatment. The medical man cannot be proceeded against for punishment. Thank you very much.